Greetings everyone, I am Soul Traveler, and as a Soul Traveler yourself, we continue our teachings. Today, I wish to bring to your notice a very important topic. Why is it that all the religions have this word worship? Everyone worship. The indigenous cultures worship. So what is this word worship that everyone seems to be using the word? We will further explain that the word worship is a word play. It's a word and then you have the ship. Now, the word ship, as we have been using in religious terms, has to do with the term word, W-O-R-D. It's about keeping your word, and I will explain further. Each human being, as you incarnate on this earth plane, is a solution to a problem. No one comes here to be a tourist. Every incarnation, every life stream is connected to the other that the mind cannot reason with. Therefore, we are here to solve a problem. It's very hard to wrap your head around why someone's miniature life, you are trying to make ends meet, you are trying to hustle. How is it that your life is a solution to a problem? We will disclose a very powerful natural truth here. Every human being is a copy of the world. Understand this. This is not superstition. This is not a religious doctrine. This is based on reality. Every human being is a copy of the world. Now, let's pick the world as it is. We have already talked about in previous videos that the human being whirls the planet as a body. The frequency of our heartbeat synchronizes with the pulse of the earth. We know this. Now, if we take the whole human race, about 8 billion people, if you fold this 8 billion people, if you take it as a piece of paper and you fold that piece of paper 8 billion times onto itself, what you get is a manifestation of a single human being. Now, if you pick that tiny paper and you fold it out 8 billion times, you get the world. Now, this is not doctrine, this is not superstition, this is reality. The reality of us above, so below is such that everything that is happening in the world on a macrocosmic level, on a large scale, is playing out within the lives of the human being in a miniature way, in a microcosmic way. Understand this. The expressions of low self-esteem, healing, teaching, our ability to learn, making mistakes and learning from them, the ability to stand up for yourself, the ability to say no to oppression, the reality of greed, the reality of selfishness, the reality of compassion, the reality of taking advantage of people, corruption, all of this. All these energies play out in a very tiny way and also in a big way within every human being, within our lives. You see these same energies playing out on a large scale in the world. Now, if you are here and you have very low self-esteem, understand that on a large scale, you have an entire nation, you have an entire race of human beings suffering from low self-esteem. If you are dealing with the attitude of greed, how many corporations, large business and manufacturing corporations, are actually operating based on greed? The economies of the world is operating on greed. Our banking system is operating on greed, and yet greed is also playing out in a miniature level within the human being. You walk around the street and you see beggars. The rich gets richer, the poor gets poorer. The world has neglected a part of itself as if it doesn't exist. It's like pretending that your finger being affected by rot. If a tip of your finger is rotten and you pretend that doesn't exist, it doesn't go away. It will still be there. So the world has neglected a huge portion of itself. How many animal species are going extinct based on irresponsible human activity? And how many things that are basically going against you? How many things are being destroyed? How many dreams are being destroyed just because of your personal negligence? How many opportunities are being destroyed just because of your laziness and lack of innovation? Everything that is happening within you is playing out on a larger scale in the world, and therefore if any human being chooses to come into this incarnation, you know you are coming to solve a problem and you are expected to keep your word, and therefore the very purpose of your incarnation is your worship. In indigenous world, we say that when you come into this incarnation, of course many people live in delusions and many people live in forgetfulness due to the environment and the circumstances of their lives allows them to live in ignorance, but still the purpose is the purpose, and the purpose is your worship. But in religion, we are told that if you come into this incarnation, your sole purpose duty is to worship God, which isn't true. Understand that every institution has an agenda. Everything that exists that has a life of its own has an agenda. You have your own worship. That is your purpose of incarnation. Power is power, and the one who has power will never try to let go of it. And if the person or the institution that became powerful based on the ignorance of those who support that power, that institution, the last thing that it wants is to empower you to know your purpose, because when that happens, it's game over. So essentially, your worship be the change that you wish to see in the world. This is worship. We will make other videos concerning that. If you have questions, you can ask them in the comments. Okay, so leave a comment, subscribe, and share for more videos. Thank you for watching.